we're going to look at creating a new RPL kit. So once you've logged in the data, go to the RPL Toolkits tab, and you'll see some RPL kits I've created there. I'm going to create a new one. I'm going to look for the 3D printing one that I want, and I'll just choose 3D fundamental printing, and data is what I generated a kit name for me. I can check it against the naming convention if I need to. I'm going to select the skills point, and in this case I'm going to use ETG. And in this case I need to make a decision whether this is for regional delivery or skills point. In this case I'm going to choose that it's not for regional delivery. In this case I'm going to choose it's not for regional delivery, that it's an ETG skills point product. So I'm going to choose no. If I was developing this kit just for regional delivery, I would obviously choose yes, but in this case I'm going to choose no. So I'm going to save the kit. I come to step 1, where I need to put in a plain English. Save changes. It's telling me it's saved successfully, so now I can go to the next step. This is where I put in my plain English for the various units. So I'm going to import the units, and as I do that I see that they turn orange. That means there's no pre-existing plain English text for them. So I'll just look at them one at a time. The first one I look is what it says, and this one's talking about communicate with the client, so I need to summarize that. Just have a quick look at that. So I'll preview it. And it's telling me currently I have the or I can effectively. So I'm going to change the wording a little bit to say I can effectively communicate with clients to address needs. I'll just preview that, so I'll go to the preview. It says I can effectively communicate with their needs. Okay, that's enough, so I'm going to save that change, and I'll see it successfully changed. I might want to add some more detail to address all the components, but that will be enough for this demonstration. I did the same thing through all the. You can see that the colours turned purple now, so it's telling me that some of the English has been completed. I'm going to actually complete this one, so it turns green. And this one tells me that proposed describe the common manifold errors into progressively. So in this one, I'd say I can identify manifold errors in 3D printed objects. So I'll just see how that looks. I'll just preview it. Do the spell check first. I'm just going to preview that now, and it tells me I have. So that will do for the purposes of this demonstration. And I'll have a look at the last one. This is a plain English summary of the supporting evidence. To see the context of that, I can just click up on the plain English preview, and I'll see it here, supporting evidence. I'll put here, please provide any email or other communications with clients regarding check that. I'm just going to save it, and we'll just see how it looks in the context of the plain English. And there it is. So that's that's it. So now what we'll notice is that my my unit is now turned green. An example text here, just so we can see what happens. If I save that change, you'll see that that's now turned, so I can see this one has no data, that has some, and this has all the data. Okay, so that's done the plain English. Now I'm going to go and have a look at the documents. Both the student-facing and the assessor-facing documents are now available. As the owner of this toolkit, I can go back through the stages and make any updates I wanted to at any time, anywhere. But most people will come directly to 3 when they search for your RPL kit. If they click on the link, they'll come directly here. What I can do now is download the student-facing bundle, which I'll just do, and we'll be able to see what it looks like in a moment, and download the assessor-facing bundle. These are all the documents needed that you will need to put into the learning bank associated with this kit. So if we have a look at the, you can also download the individual documents by clicking on any of those links. We might just have a quick look at the unit evidence summary for that particular unit, for example, and we'll just see what information that had in there. So what you'll be presented with is the document that has the instructions to the assessor to help them make an assessment of the evidence provided by the student. So the student puts their name and details in, and then any reference to the evidence that they're provided, then the assessor will be able to map against the elements and performance criteria the evidence that was provided by the student. So that's what the unit evidence summary looks like. And in the student-facing document in the kit looks like this. It will look like this. It'll have the skill set in this case, and then the appropriate information about what is in the bundle for this particular skill set. So when I scroll down a bit, the student needs to fill in their information, but then the kit identifies the 3 units in this particular skill set, and then provides places for the students to put their supporting evidence. That's the evidence that's referred to then in the unit evidence summary. Okay, it's that simple. Going back to here, I can, as well as, I can also search for individual skill sets, skills points, kits, and a variety of other. I can search by qual, resource, etc. So there's a range of filters that allow you to search for the RPL kits. Once a kit is finished, you can then upload the final output to Aquila.